Our referee is Yunek Sienish of Kazakhstan. And we are underway, the third preliminary round of the men's super heavyweight tournament, the round of 16. This one between boxers from Colombia and Armenia. The boxer wearing red, who was just fired in a hard right hand to the body, firing a left hook as well, which was off the mark, but the right hand to the body got through. That is Cristian Salcedo, 30 years of age. Excuse me. Cristian Salcedo of Colombia. His opponent is the Armenian boxer DAVIT Chaloyan. Cristian Salcedo not yet 30. 30. 20, currently 29, but his opponent DAVIT Chaloyan, 24 years of age. Both men very impressive in their opening contests. After receiving byes in the round of 64, it was a 4-1 split decision victory over Sotne Rogava of Ukraine for Chaloyan, eliminating the Tokyo Olympian. And it was Kopany Fair of Hungary who was beaten unanimously by Salcedo, who's electing good defenses to see those shots. Oh, that's a good right hand from Chaloyan. But prior to that, the forearms and the gloves provided good defenses from the flurry that was thrown in by Chaloyan. So two tall super heavyweights facing off in this one. Both men just shy of 2 meters tall. Inside the final minute, as good variety demonstrated once again by Chaloyan. So Salcedo working away to the body, but then takes a nudging right hook from Chaloyan as he's looking to retreat. 1-2 combination were glancing blows landed by the man in blue. Busy with the jab before turning it into a hook is Chaloyan. Salcedo covering up nicely, but he couldn't block those shots from going in between his gloves. Good work from Chaloyan, and again on the resumption after the disengagement. Salcedo going down to the body in a bid to slow down this man's movement. But again, while he's firing, even though he's hitting gloves and forearms, Salcedo, because he's catching the shots, blocking them, he's not able to find any offense himself. And I think that the 10-second clapper sounds was a left hook landed just before the bell by Salcedo, but I think Chaloyan's greater industry during the course of that 3 minutes will see him take the round. And there's confirmation of a 4-1 split in favor of DAVIT Chaloyan, the judge from Canada preferring the work of Salcedo. So some of the action then from that opening round. It's actually round 2 here on ring A in this contest between boxers from Colombia and Armenia. Cristian Salcedo conceding the first, the man in red, on a 4-1 split. Competed in the Olympic Games earlier this summer, competing in his second World Championships here, having boxed in Hamburg in 2017. He's come out altogether more aggressively, trying to get busy, but Chaloyan is a terrific mover, keeping his composure, takes a reverse 1-2 there. And it's becoming a slightly shorter range, this one. Chaloyan staying in the pocket more than he did in the opening round, and he's picked off by a beautiful right cross from Salcedo. 2019 Pan Am Games silver medalist in the super heavyweight division. Chaloyan comes to the boxing ring as the reigning 4-time national champion of Armenia. And while Salcedo was at the Olympic Games just after that, Chaloyan went to the World Military Boxing Championships and came away with a bronze. He goes looking for the right hand. So both men have had busy summers. Beautiful movement from Chaloyan, but after turning the tables on his man to leave him near the corner, he couldn't find a range. Both boxers enjoying single shot success as Salcedo pressing forwards. And the pressure that he's applying, that's a beautiful reverse 1-2 though from Chaloyan. But Chaloyan was able to punch a lot of times without reply. But Salcedo, having conceded the first on a 4-1 split, well, you have to credit the change of tactics, because he is now looking to initiate and indeed punch with Chaloyan. But of course, that's a dangerous occupation in any weight division, but particularly the super heavyweights. Exchange of jabs there, and look at Chaloyan backed up by the heavy lead left of Salcedo. Chaloyan going in search of the left-right combination, but the right hand was long. Oh, that's a good right hand, but it's countered by a left hook from Salcedo. And Salcedo over the front foot, burst of punches to the body after Chaloyan was leaning on. Terrific response this from the man in red for my money, because he was a little bit too passive in the opening round, waiting to get his punches off. In the meantime, the accurate work from Chaloyan was able to get in between his gloves on many occasions. But Salcedo has been altogether busier. Look at that for a counter 1-2. Made the man miss and then came back with the most basic combination in the book. Involving both hands, that is. And I suppose some people would say the most basic combination is the double jab. But Salcedo finding a range with more regularity during the course of that second round. Chaloyan's movement was reduced. And that is why Salcedo has taken the second round on a 4-1 split. So 2 rounds completed, both of them scored 4-1. And that is why it's all in the balance going into the final round, because we've got 3 scorecards of 19 points apiece after a terrific response from Cristian Salcedo in round number 2, has got himself right back into this contest. Terrific work by the Colombian boxer and a wonderful response. Change of tactics, change of approach, and it has reaped huge dividends. So we go into the third and final round then. And does Salcedo think that Chaloyan is slowing just a little bit, because the movement that served the man in blue so well in the opening round has been reduced through round two. And here you see he's content to stay in the pocket and box and fight as well. The contest is up for grabs. Good left jab. It landed with a bent arm from Chaloyan. But again, mention the fact that both of these men around the 2-meter mark. Super heavyweights don't have to weigh in, so not able to share the information as to how much they actually weigh. But they're probably both well over 100 kilos. Anything up to 110 would be my mark, as they both exchange backhands, and Chaloyan's mouth is wide open now. Breathing becoming a bit of a more challenging exercise given his exertions, but he's keeping his shape nicely. His hands coming down, and he's remaining in the pocket. He scores with a clipping left hand. Salcedo was off the mark with his attempted counter. Left-right is an effective combination from Chaloyan. Salcedo becoming just a little bit disorganized at the midpoint of this final round. Both boxers leaning on during that clinch, neither man working away. Well, he's the busier boxer here, is Chaloyan, and he's doing a good job of keeping the movement going despite the fatigue that he's feeling. just giving his man angles, not big movements, not sweeping circumnavigation of the boxing ring, remaining effectively in centering. And look at Salcedo go down to the body before bringing his attack back up to the head. Chaloyan disengages. Now it's back at close range. Salcedo nudging away to the body once more. Chaloyan keen to hold on and wrap his man up. Reciprocating is Salcedo. Inside the final minute of a contest that is up for grabs after the opening 2 rounds were split 4-1 each way. Terrific left hand turned underneath to the body by Salcedo. Chaloyan disengages. He may well have felt the effects of that one. It was sunk right into the pit of his stomach, and the man disengaged immediately. He may well still be carrying the pain of that body shot and the discomfort with him. Closing seconds of the final round. Right hand is an eye-catching shot from Salcedo. Left jab is a clean shot without reply from the Colombian boxer. Both men swinging and missing with their right hands. Terrific contest, my goodness. Well, Salcedo thinks that he's done enough. And it was a fantastic response from him in the closing stages of the 3rd round, where he landed some clean eye-catching punches, but volume. Not all of it was accurate, but volume, greater volume, was coming from Chaloyan in the early stages. Remember, we have 3 scorecards of 19 points apiece going into the 3rd and final round. After Chaloyan took the 1st round on a 4-1 split, after Salcedo responded brilliantly to take the 2nd on a 4-1 split, but a different distribution of the 9-point scores. So which way is this one going now? It's in the balance. Nervous moments for the boxers. It could well be split.
In the bout number 321, in the ring A, the winner on points by split decision is the boxer out of the blue corner.
And here is confirmation of a split decision verdict for DAVIT Chaloyan of Armenia, taking it at the expense of Cristian Salcedo on a 4-1 split. 4 scorecards. 3 scorecards of 28-29. 2 scorecards returned where the judges preferred one man or the other over each of the 3 rounds. 30-27 scorecards and 28-29 scorecards in that cluster. But a fair conclusion to what was a terrifically competitive contest. And the busier punch output from Chaloyan in the opening stages of the 3rd round, decisive in getting him the nod in a contest that was in the balance through 6 completed minutes of boxing.
Dear guests, it's now time for the concluding bout of the 12th session of the ring